Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Let's get to the news. As the NFL gears up for what promises to be another electrifying season, the Philadelphia Eagles are once again in the spotlight, not just because of their impressive roster, but also due to some recent injury developments that have fans holding their breath. The Eagles, fresh off their Super Bowl appearance, are entering the 2025 season with high expectations, bolstered by a roster that combines star power and emerging talent, all under the guidance of their talented coaching staff led by head coach Nick Sirianni. But as we all know, the road to another Super Bowl is never smooth. And in training camp, some challenges have surfaced, putting a bit of a damper on what was supposed to be a smooth preseason. The biggest concern at the moment involves wide receiver A.J. Brown, one of the most dynamic and vital offensive weapons the Eagles have. Brown has been a key figure in Philadelphia's offensive success over the past couple of seasons, showcasing his ability to make spectacular catches and be a reliable target for Jalen Hurts. But during recent practice sessions, Brown left early on Friday and hasn't been participating in practice since, citing a hamstring injury. Now, this isn't uncommon during the early days of training camp. Coaches tend to be cautious with their star players, especially with a critical season ahead. The Eagles staff is likely just managing his workload and ensuring he doesn't push too hard too soon. However, as of now, there's no clear timetable for his return, which naturally raises some eyebrows among fans and analysts alike. What makes this situation particularly interesting is the broader context of the Eagles' roster. While Brown's injury is a setback, it's not an indication of a long-term problem. The team is deep, and they have enough talent to weather this temporary storm. Still, losing a player of Brown's caliber for any period can affect the offense's rhythm and flow early in camp. The coaching staff will be carefully monitoring his recovery, but they are also emphasizing the importance of caution to prevent any aggravation of the injury. The hamstring is a tricky injury, especially for a receiver who relies so much on explosive cuts, speed, and acceleration. Any misstep could lead to a longer absence, and that's why the Eagles are likely to proceed with caution. But Brown isn't the only player dealing with health issues at the moment. The Eagles' injury report includes linebacker Zack Baun, who remains out due to a back injury. Baun's absence is notable because he's been seen as an important rotational piece on the defense, especially given how aggressive and versatile the Eagles like to be on that side of the ball. His injury adds to the early concerns for Philadelphia's linebacker core, which is already trying to establish chemistry and consistency. And it doesn't stop there. Rookie linebacker Jihaad Campbell, who's made a splash during the offseason with his impressive physical tools and leadership qualities, is limited in practice due to a shoulder injury. Campbell has already caught the attention of fans and analysts alike, especially after his recent interview where he spoke highly of head coach Nick Sirianni. Campbell shared how inspiring it is for him to see Sirianni doing the same recovery routines as the players, spending time in the cold tub and sauna, showing a level of leadership and dedication that resonates deeply with the team's culture. He emphasized that seeing the head coach lead by example reinforces the high standards the Eagles hold themselves to. Tough, detailed, and together is how Campbell describes the team's ethos. This rookie has a bright future, and even with his limited reps now, he's gaining invaluable lessons from one of the best coaching staffs in the league. Adding to this mix, wide receiver Devonta Smith is also dealing with a back injury, which has limited his participation. Smith, coming off a stellar season where he proved to be one of the league's most reliable receivers, is essential to the Eagles' offensive scheme. His ability to stretch the field and make contested catches makes him a favorite target for Hurts and a nightmare for opposing defenses. The team is being cautious with him, as they are with all their injured players, but the hope is that these limitations are temporary and that Smith will be back to full strength soon. In the secondary, safety Andrew Mukuba has also been limited due to a shoulder injury. Mukuba, a promising young safety, has shown flashes of his potential during the offseason and training camp. His versatility and playmaking ability could be crucial as the Eagles look to bolster their secondary and maintain their status as one of the top defenses in the NFL. The injury management for Mukuba is part of the overall cautious approach the Eagles are taking during early camp practices, ensuring that players are ready for the grind of the season. And then, there's Nolan Smith, a promising edge rusher who is dealing with a concussion. The Eagles' pass rush was one of their biggest strengths last year, and Nolan Smith's development is seen as vital for their continued dominance on that front. The team is closely monitoring his recovery, knowing how important it is to have all hands on deck when the games start to count. The cautious approach with concussion protocol is standard across the league, but it underscores the importance of finishing camp healthy and prepared. Despite these injury concerns, there's a palpable sense of optimism around the Eagles. The team's depth, combined with the leadership of Sirianni and the emerging talent like Campbell, gives fans hope that this team can overcome these early hurdles. The addition of rookies like Campbell, who has already shown his leadership qualities, is a bright spot. His story about the coach doing the same routines as the players might seem small, but it speaks volumes about the culture Sirianni has cultivated, one of accountability, effort, and leading by example. That kind of environment is what helps teams push through adversity and come out stronger. When we look at the overall picture, it's clear that the Eagles are not just relying on their star power, but also on their organizational strength and resilience. The defense, which has been one of the league's best over the past few seasons, remains a core pillar of their identity. And with a star-studded offense led by Jalen Hurts and supported by a talented group of receivers, they have the firepower to compete at the highest level. The addition of a rookie linebacker like Jihad Campbell could be a game-changer later this fall, especially with his leadership qualities and his ability to adapt quickly to the NFL game. The NFC East itself is shaping up to be incredibly competitive this year. The Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, and Washington Commanders are all making moves, but the Eagles' consistent excellence and their ability to adapt to adversity might give them an edge. The division has always been known for its tough, gritty football, and Philadelphia has embraced that identity fully. The team's focus right now is on staying healthy, building chemistry, and ensuring that their key players like Brown, Smith, Mukuba, and Nolan Smith are ready when the season kicks into high gear. For Eagles fans, the key takeaway right now is patience. Injuries are part of the game, especially as players push themselves to be at their peak. The coaching staff is experienced in managing these setbacks, and the depth of the roster gives the team a good shot at overcoming these early hurdles. The story of Campbell and Sirianni's leadership exemplifies the kind of culture that can thrive amid adversity. It's about more than just talent. It's about resilience, mental toughness, and a collective commitment to excellence. Looking ahead, all eyes will be on how these injured players recover and how new faces like Campbell integrate into the team's plans. The Eagles have a lot to prove this season, and with the foundations they've built, both on and off the field, they seem poised to make another deep playoff run. Fans can be excited about the potential, but they should also stay vigilant about these injury developments. The NFL season is a marathon, not a sprint, and every game, every practice, counts towards that ultimate goal, returning to the Super Bowl and bringing home another championship banner for Philadelphia. So, as the team continues to prepare and the season approaches, there's a lot of reason to believe that the Eagles' resilience, talent, and leadership will carry them through. Whether it's Brown's recovery, Campbell's leadership, or the overall team chemistry, every piece plays a crucial role. The NFC East is shaping up to be one of the most exciting divisions this year, and Philadelphia's story is only just beginning to unfold. Fans, stay tuned, stay passionate, and remember, this team has the heart, the talent, and the drive to aim even higher than last year. The journey to another Super Bowl is on, and the Eagles are ready to fly even higher. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news.